Paige versus Alicia Fox for the Divas Championship. Alicia Fox has been doing all the crazy stuff. We've been talking about that on the Raw Post Show and how some of us are kind of split on it. I, for one, think that it's entertaining, and I would be perfectly fine with Alicia Fox winning the championship here if Paige hadn't just won it relatively recently. So Paige is going to retain here and move on to somebody else. This was just done to give her somebody else to feud with. But I actually think that it could be pretty decent of a match, and I'm looking forward to this a lot more than I am the potato match or some of the other matches, even the last man standing match to an extent. So I'm going with Paige here. Might not be too bad. We'll see. Payton?
Alicia Fox is absolutely just a filler opponent for her until AJ Lee comes back. Paige is holding on to this title until that point. I think this is just a matter that Alicia Fox got the ball and she's really taken it and run with it. And while I don't really like it, there are people out there that do, and it's making her stick out, which is the best thing you can possibly do. Unless they really decide to call some kind of audible, I cannot see her winning this title. I think Paige is the long-term prospect. They have had her off TV the past couple of weeks, which has kind of worried me, but I think it's just to not oversaturate her.
Miguel?
I'm still not into Paige. I've seen her matches. I've seen some of her stuff in NXT, and she's a very dominant, heel character and very, very aggressive in the ring. But the way they're booking her now, it's just, I can't tell if she's a face or a heel, because she still does a lot of her mannerisms from NXT. And every time she's in the ring, it's basically just, I'm going to get beaten up for a couple minutes, then all of a sudden hit my Paige Turner move really quick, and then that's it. Like, I'm just not into her wrestling on the show. I don't know where her gimmick is going. Like, I want to be a fan because clearly she's got what it takes to be a big star, but I don't know what WWE is doing with her. Like, that being said, I don't know. They seem to know what they're doing with Alicia Fox, and she's got the wrestling ability. I don't think she's a bad wrestler, honestly. I think she's a lot better than most mainstream fans would give her credit. So I think the safe bet is to just say that Paige is going to win, but I would not be shocked if they got the belt off of Alicia Fox, because she's an experiment for them, and I think she's going to pay off.
I think Alicia Fox has earned herself a future title, just not for a while.
Okay.
Maybe the person
if you've taken off
Paige?
Well, after Paige or AJ or whatever they decide to do between those two people, if you take that belt off Paige now, you just kill her. Like, you have to send her back to NXT and not bring her back until this is all forgotten.
Yeah.
Sean?
Sean wins. Because he gets to see two beautiful birds in one ring. So Sean wins.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Two birds.
What? I love Paige. Paige is definitely winning this anyways. I love Paige.
And Wago?
Paige is my future wife.
Same complexion?
Well, match is going to be average, which is good for a women's match. As far as who wins, I'm pretty confident that Paige is taking the belt home. It's way too early to take it off of her. And I like Alicia Fox, but it's pretty much like Payton said. You take the belt off Paige now, she's done. And there'll have to be a rebuilding period, and they've already got a champion in Ric Flair's daughter over on NXT coming up soon. So, yeah, she's ready for the main roster, and they need to keep running with her.
I'm still sticking with my previous prediction that it's not going to be AJ that takes the title from Paige. It's going to be Summer Rae.
That could totally happen, but I'm just saying you need to have that Paige-AJ feud, unless you're going to prolong that to somewhere way further out the line.
Yeah, or maybe even AJ doesn't come back. You never know.
It could happen.
So that'll be interesting. And we have one more match that we need to talk about for Payback. That's going to be the Shield versus Evolution match coming up in the next part.